Good morning. Today we'll start 5.2, which is quality and reliability of distribution system. So before proceeding with the topic, right, let me bifurcate each term, reliability and quality, right. So a general English meaning of reliability is what? The degree to which the result of a measurement, calculation or specification can be dependent on to be accurate. Okay, it means what? If you Google it, if you get Wikipedia of the reliability, meaning of reliability in general English term is the degree to which the result, whatever result you have obtained, okay, how much is it nearer to the accurate value, right? In mathematical terms, if you are getting, if you say your result 100%, okay, your result is 100%, okay, that is your benchmark. So how much is that you are nearer to that 100? Okay, if whether you are getting 98, 99, 67, okay, so if you are consistently getting 95 and above, right, it means your result is reliable. Okay, whereas if you get that fluctuating graph, once you get 60, once you get 50, once you get 70, once you get 80, once you get 90 or 95, okay, that means your result is not reliable. Okay, so that is what is meant by reliability, right? So this reliability in terms of power distribution system is defined as the ability to deliver the uninterrupted service to the customer. Okay, so we'll first see what is meant by this. It says reliability of a power distribution system is defined as the ability to deliver uninterrupted service to the customer. It means what? If we have asked for 24 hours of service, okay, it's our right, out of which my power system should be able to deliver all 24 hours of power to me, right? That is called as reliability. If in between you are seeing load shedding of 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, it means my power system is not reliable. Okay, so if you can recall, when we were doing the requirements of a distribution system, you can recall the reliability was one of the major factors which we dealt with. Okay, a distribution system must be reliable, okay, because we load people are connected to the distribution system, right? So distribution system reliability is important. Okay, now distribution system reliability indices can be presented in many ways to reflect the reliability of the individual customers, feeders and the system oriented indices related to the substation. Clear, right? Okay, so when we talk about a power system, okay, no doubt the goal of a power system is to supply electricity to its customers in an economical and reliable manner. Okay, it is important to plan and maintain the reliable power systems because the cost of interruptions and power outages can have severe economic impact on the utility and its customers, right? So first let us see the first two lines. It says the goal of a power system is to supply electricity to its customers in an economical and reliable manner. Okay, now see, reliability assessment, as I said, is the most important factor in designing and planning of distribution system, correct, such that it should operate in an economic manner with a minimal interruption to the customer loads. Okay, so that is why it is important to plan and maintain reliable power systems. See, it is important to plan and maintain the reliable power systems because the cost of interruption and power outages. What do you mean by cost of interruption and power outages? Okay, it means the how many times did you see the load shedding. Okay, that is your cost of interruption, and the load shedding can have severe economic impact on the utility. Okay, and its customers. Utility is the service which is providing you the electric supply. Okay, so in the distribution systems, most of the outages or failures would result in direct impact on the customers, that is we people, right? So a customer connected to an unreliable distribution system could receive poor energy supply even though the generation and transmission systems are highly reliable. Okay, so what does this mean is reliability is not only on the distribution side, rather the reliability is of the whole power system. It's on the generation side also, it is on the transmission side also. See, for an example, if I talk about in the generation side, there are many ways to generate power. Okay, you talk about hydropower, you talk about nuclear power, you talk about wind energy, you talk about solar energy. Okay, but see, what is the time of generation of solar energy as compared to my nuclear or thermal power plant? Okay, let me take thermal power plant. Thermal power plant works for the, it is more reliable as compared to my solar, because solar is not present for the whole day. So generation of electricity through PV cells has to be in the daytime, that too when the high sun is there. Okay, whereas my thermal power plant, depending on the availability of coal, right, I can have the generation almost 5 to 6 months my thermal power plant can run, right? So my thermal power plants are more reliable than my PV solar modules. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to say is reliability is on the generation side also and on the distribution transmission sides also. But even though your generation and transmission systems are highly reliable, if we do not design, you can see here, if we do not plan and maintain the reliable power systems, the customer can still see the unreliable power, okay, because of the distribution system which is not planned properly, right? So planning of distribution system is important, and the distribution system's main requirement is its reliability. I hope up till here it was clear, right? So next we'll go to adequacy indices in distribution system reliability evaluation. This means how we are going to assess whether my distribution system is reliable or not. So continuing with this, in the classical concept of reliability, the basic parameters used to evaluate the reliability of a distribution system can be categorized as the load point indices and the system reliability indices, right? What I said, the basic parameters used to evaluate, I said, right, to assess the performance of distribution system or to evaluate the reliability of the distribution system. Okay, we categorize it as load point indices and system reliability indices. Okay, so basic load point indices are load point failure rate, right, the average outage time, and the average annual unavailability or outage. Okay, however the set of system reliability indices, right, second one, system reliability indices, includes interruption indices and energy oriented indices. Okay, interruption indices means what? How many times, how average, how frequently the customer has seen the interruption. Okay, so as most of the power system interruptions are due to the breakdowns in the distribution systems, it is essential for a distribution company to have proper planning tools to assess and improve its reliability and performance. Right? So a couple of representation of these indices involves knowledge of the underlying probability distributions. Right? So it is relatively easy to compute the average values as the associated analytical techniques are highly developed for both may it be radial distribution system or the meshed distribution system. Right? So the load point and the system reliability indices are normally determined on the annual basis. So annual basis, per yearly basis, we check the reliability of the distribution system. Right? So one by one we'll see the system reliability indices. Okay, load reliability indices, as I said, right, as you can see, it depends on the load point failure rate. Okay, load point. Next, the average outage rate and the average annual unavailability. Right. However, the system reliability indices, okay, first one is the system average interruption frequency index. So this index represents the average number of sustained interruptions experienced by a customer in a unit time. So this unit time is generally taken as 1 year. Right? For instance, if a feeder's system average interruption frequency index indicates the average number of interruptions a customer serviced by a particular feeder would experience in 1 year. Okay, so this is for 1 year, right? So the formula given is total number of customer interruptions divided by total number of customers served. Right? So if the power system or the distribution system is serving 100 load, out of which, so my total number of customer served would become, in this case, the 100. Okay, and the total number of customers, so out of this, if I say only 50% of the customer get uninterrupted power, okay, it means 50% people are seeing the load shedding, right? So my reliability index, reliability of the distribution system, depending on the system average interruption frequency index, becomes only half. Okay, only 50%. I hope this was clear. Right? So the next index is the system average interruption duration index, SAIDI. The index indicates the average time a customer has an interruption during a time cycle. Right? During a time cycle. So it is given as customer interruption durations divided by total number of customers served. So the same example I'll take. If I say there are 100 customers which are being served by a distribution system, if there are 100 customers, number of interruption durations, okay, so system average interruption, right, it means those 100 customers would see in 1 year, right, during the afternoon time, say 2 to 5, okay, they see the power cut, okay, that is customer interruption durations. Okay, so this is your time, right, for 1 year. So it is 2 to 5, it means for 3 hours, 2 to 3, right, it is for 3 hours for 1 year. So this is how my system average interruption duration index determines the reliability of the distribution system. I hope I am clear. So this can be, right, as I said, this can be determined by dividing the sum of all customer interruption durations divided by total number of customers served. Okay, so it is usually specified in customer minutes or customer times. Okay, customer minutes or customer times of hours of interruption per year. Okay, I told you 2 to 5, it means 3 hours per year. 3 hours into 365 days would be here. Okay, so this can be improved by reducing the number of interruptions or the duration of interruptions. Okay, instead of 2 to 5, I can go for interrupting for 2 to 3. I need to either reduce the number of interruptions. I don't interrupt total 100 of them, I'll interrupt only 75 of them, right, and that too for only 1 hour and not for 3 hours. Okay, right with this, right. So next we'll go for the customer total average interruption duration index, right. So the customer total average interruption duration index represents the average time the customers facing the interruptions spent without power, right. So this is given by customer interruption duration, the total number of customers interrupted, right, similar to the system average interruption duration. Now I have total number of customers interrupted, not served, right. So next one is customer average interruption duration index. So this is the average interruption duration for those customers interrupted during a year, right. So it is determined by dividing the sum of all customer interruption durations by the number of customers experiencing one or more interruptions over a period of time. So what I have written, it represents the average time taken to restore the customers when a sustained interruption occurs. Okay, it means what? Customer interruption, I give CAIDI, customer average interruption duration index, as the sum of customer interruption durations. Now you know what is meant by this, and the number of customers experiencing one or more interruptions over 1 year period of time. Okay, right. So this is the formula for that, right, for the CAIDI, right. Next one is my average service availability index, right. This gives the fraction of time the customer has power during the reporting time, right. Higher the ASAI values reflect higher levels of reliability. Okay, if this is higher, okay, it means my power system is more reliable. Okay, so the equation to calculate this is customer hours service availability divided by customer hours service demand. So this is easier, right. Customer demands 24 hours of service, and if he gets 24 hours of service, without interruption, it means power is highly reliable, right. But out of 24 hours, which is customer hour service demand, if customer gets only 12 hours of power, so my distribution system is not reliable, right. I hope up till here it was clear.